Peterborough, Kawartha Lakes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to ask the Minister, the Housing Minister, what the average cost of government fees per unit of housing is.
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, the party opposite and the member opposite don't even believe in Canadians' right to housing. We on this side of the House believe that. They don't. Investing in
the Honourable Member for Peterborough, Kawartha.
The answer is $200,000, and I just want to tell people who are watching at home that this is a situation where we as the opposition have an opportunity to speak on behalf of Canadians watching at home to get answers from the Housing Minister, because we do have a housing crisis in this country and we're trying to get answers for Canadians. How much of the housing market is non-for-profit?
The Honourable Minister.
What Canadians deserve is members of Parliament to support solutions that actually work on the ground, like the Housing Accelerator Fund, like the rest of the programs in the National Housing Strategy. If the honourable member cared about these issues, she would have voted for these programs that are making real change in the community.
The honourable member.
The answer is 5% of the market, Madam Chair. How much of the market does the National Housing Strategy fund?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, the honourable member and her party do not care about affordable housing, because every time that we bring forth investments in affordable housing, they vote against them.
Honourable member.
Madam Chair, the National Housing Strategy only funds not-for-profit, which is 5% of the market. So how does the Housing Minister propose to fund and meet the demand of the housing shortage by only funding 5% of the market?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, I would invite the honourable member to actually take a second look at the National Housing Strategy, because that is inaccurate. We do fund private developers to also build more rental supply in Canada.
The Honourable Member.
Do you know, through you, Madam Chair, does the Minister know how much homelessness has increased in my hometown of Peterborough since 2018?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, in fact, in the time that we've been in office, we have doubled funding to help people experiencing homelessness.
The Honourable Member.
The answer is 350%, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, does the Minister know how many people died in the Toronto shelter system this year?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, every single individual experiencing homelessness is a tragedy for our community, but we're investing more than any government.
Honourable Member.
The answer is over 100 people, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, how many Canadians reported that homelessness is a problem in their community?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, the proof is in the votes. If the honourable member and her party cared about homelessness, then why did they vote against increasing investments?
The Honourable Member.
Because nothing you're doing is working right now, Minister, and the answer is 58%. That's almost 60%.
Address the questions through the chair.
Madam Chair, does the Minister know the point-in-time count of 59 communities of how many people are experiencing absolute homelessness? So that's 59 communities that were surveyed.
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, this is pretty rich. The point-in-time counts that she's referring to, she voted against investments to increase point-in-time counts and coordinated access across this country. She voted against expanding more help for vulnerable people experiencing homelessness. It's very...
The Honourable Member.
They still won the vote and it's still not working, Madam Speaker, and the answer is 32,000 people. Madam Speaker, how have numbers changed from 2018 of people living in an unsheltered location?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, she should start her advocacy within her own caucus, because I can tell you that the party opposite, this is the first time I'm hearing them raising issues about homelessness. The first time in 7 years.
The Honourable Member.
Thank you. The answer is, compared to 2018, those counted in an unsheltered location increased 100%. It has doubled. Madam Chair, since 2018, how much has chronic homelessness increased in Canada?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Chair, I want to congratulate the party opposite for finally coming around to talking about homelessness.
First time.
For 7 years, I've never had them make a statement or ask a question or intervene positively to help people experiencing homelessness.
First time.
The Honourable Member.
60%. And Madam Speaker, with all due respect, I have talked about tent cities and homelessness since the day I was elected in this House. So I can tell you with certainty that mental health and tent cities have increased under this Minister. One final question. What is the average age when people experience homelessness for the very first time?
The Honourable Minister.
Made an SO31, but when it came time to actually doubling investments to help people experiencing homelessness, including in Peterborough, she voted against it. It's pretty rich and hypocritical for her to talk about homelessness now and pretend that they're the ones with the plan.